squad with the quad.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Assemble your squad, like Prince said. Assemble them, and then make it a party, okay?
Speaking of a party.
Yeah, well, the float goat is here.
We got the float
I'm
goat.
sorry.
Rodney.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but you got it, right? This is the GOAT of this character. BassMage has long been the top representative of Jigglypuff. And look, it's hard to watch a major and not see him there, but it is always a treat because it seems like every other week we see something new with Jigglypuff. And
yes.
getting to go up against a character that's a bit underrepresented in the Koopalings, which I have to say because Yoda Cage plays the affable Morton.
Yeah. He's, he's not my Koopa.
He's not mine either. I'm an Iggy guy myself.
Okay, so you're a person of culture. I
see.
I'm an Iggy, and I also like the Ludwig one, too.
Yeah, Ludwig's all right.
He's no Iggy, but,
Also, the Koopaling's pretty cool.
Yes, that's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. But Morton's all right. Morton's just kind of there. But Morton's more than there in this matchup. Morton's doing a really good job.
And you know what? He's a beefy brawler, and Yoda Cage at times can be a little bit of a beefy brawler himself. Fourth is not going to be enough in center stage, but rest assured, the next thing that BassMage gets hit by, I guess not. That's the weakest back air I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he said, you ain't the only one that can roll out. Back up, homie. Oh, that's yours. Oh,
he said, I'm a roll out too.
That's right. Okay. Turn Jigglypuff into roadkill right there. BassMage right here. Bit of a cold start. Yoda Cage, absolute menace. I feel like they only get better every time I see them. I'll be real, I don't get to see Yoda Cage very often on stream, but when I do, every time I'm like, damn, they are significantly better than the last time I've seen them.
And by the way, in case you didn't know what region Yoda Cage is from, I'll only give you one guess because the crowd is loud on the Philly side. Yoda Cage definitely one of the top Philly representatives, and they're always going to be big, proud, and loud. But BassMage, for all those Puff mains out there and for all the folks from Arizona watching, they are also going to be cheering on their boy. And right now putting on some big damage into the rest. Tech chasing him from west coast to east, just like BassMage's travel plan. Yoda Cage taking a trip to the top blast.
Yoda Cage put back into the cage right there, unfortunately enough. BassMage looking really good here. And I love this. Just, again, my aerials, do they need to connect? I would like them to, but just the looming threat of float away there stops you from jumping off the ledge, keeps you grounded, and keeps you in front of my face. Jigglypuff, in the one-on-one sense, when you're caught in the corner and she's in your face, she actually has some options up close. You touch her shield, she will go for the grab, but wait a minute. Hands off the Koopa cart. Up smash gets it done. Jigglypuff, a little too light in the behind right there.
And Yoda Cage can definitely put on some big damage right here, and you don't even need to put on a ton against Puff, right? You can hit pretty hard with this character, but great spacing by BassMage. Starting to get used to this matchup, which can feel kind of awkward for Puff at times, but already pretty well acclimated. Big back air, gets that Lud, get the Morton, sorry.
I wish it was Lud.
I kind of wish it was Lud too, but he's taking 104%. He might not be anything in a minute.
Yeah, that's facts. Okay, nothing off the dash attack here. I like that. Making BassMage think twice before jumping, I feel like that's just how you fight Jigglypuff one-on-one. She's going to spend a lot of time floating around. If you know you got options that can, if not maybe hit the target, at least cover you as she's trying to approach, you'll be in a good spot. And with that in mind, Yoda Cage has kind of chiseled her way back into what was once upon a time their lead. Kind of chiseled her way back into some solid footing. There's dash attack, though. Uh-oh.
Going for the aggressive recovery, and BassMage aggressive on stage and got caught on the ledge, and BassMage can't believe it. Yoda Cage is hyped up for that, taking that first game off of, I don't want to say it was a Hail Mary forward smash, but you throw that out there just to cover it and see, well, what if something happens? And it does, because BassMage, as it turns out, actually re-grabbed the ledge. No invincibility, and Yoda Cage on top of that every day of the week, and BassMage did not realize the situation.
That's right, every day of the week and twice on Sunday, all right? I gotta give it to, the Yoda Cage. I think I even sometimes forget about the danger that is, the Koopa's, smash attacks. F smash, of course, very dangerous. Up smash, we've seen a little bit of that too. Probably used as like an anti-air option because we know that Jigglypuff's going to try to float around you, cross some nair, cross some back air. But even down smash, I mean, those moves, very detrimental right here to Jigglypuff, especially when you're up close and personal. BassMage, of course, trying to find those low percent options to turn into what we've seen there just in the replay before, possibly a rest attack. But if you float improperly, up smash and forward smash will catch you every time.
I see BassMage taking his time a little bit to get into this game too, because he does need to reshape the usual game plan, right? BassMage loves to take advantage of you kind of overextending with your movement, putting yourself in a bad situation. That is absolutely where Puff shines, and she can bully you into those situations. But that doesn't apply to every character, and Bowser Jr. has some of not only the most crazy burst movement in the game, but also very safe movement, and most of the crux of that is on that clown card. Yoda Cage is taking great advantage of that so far.
I'm so glad you brought that up. We've seen that most notably, stopping the cart and then going for down air. Down air, you would think with the way it's designed, it's going to just land right on stage and get kind of laggy like Link down air or something. Absolutely not. Just stops right in his tracks. Ooh, finds another area opening. Wait a minute. Okay, great parry. Doesn't get anything off fit. Wait. Oh, okay. I was scared, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, no, I was too, but Yoda Cage recognizing, okay, well, I can just go for this side B one more time and get back to the ledge, right? I already burned the double jump, and BassMage can absolutely get off the stage in a flash on that left side, but going onto the stage, really, really smart move. Shield low after that pound, so Yoda Cage just says, man, get out of here.
Oh, and then has the tools on the ready. I was kind of curious to see how this would go because, you know, when you have the Mecha Koopas, oh my God, no Mecha Koopas needed. He said, look, all I need is Nair. That's all I need in this life to send.
He is quite literally throwing hands.
Yeah, facts. Figuratively and literally.
He's actually got a lariat. He's Zangief.
Man.
Oh, man, speaking of hitting hard like Geef, though, BassMage all over him. Great mash out by Yoda Cage, but BassMage still right on top of him to keep the game even. These edge guards have been so crucial for BassMage, and part of the reason I guess he's taken Yoda Cage to FD, but he's getting scrapped with right back.
And almost giving us a little bit of a Snake-style gameplay. Now, I know, like, you know, these little robotic Koopa toys that Morton has is nowhere near the level of scariness that is Snake Grenade, but the fact that, they're tossing it out and then re-grabbing it again kind of makes BassMage think twice before landing it properly with just like a loose, forward air, nair, back air, whatever the hell Jigglypuff wants to do.
I can't believe that pound beat out the clown cart, but it is actually pretty heavily disjointed, not to mention active. BassMage still trying to fight his way back into this. Again, the key for him has just been, he's been on the back foot. He's got to hit Yoda Cage back after he takes that stock, but it's been pretty tough. And there's that down air again, putting in so much work every time he's above that Puff because he knows that she doesn't have those big hitboxes to cover above her.
That's right. Again, floating maybe just a little bit too much. And I would like to, I almost said Jigglypuff, more times than not doesn't really need platforms because of how long they stay in the air and just again like the character's weight. But I feel like in this case here with how well Yoda Cage has been playing upper and underneath BassMage, maybe the next game a stage with some platforms can maybe come out and help BassMage a little bit.
BassMage might be looking for a big ending combo, right? One of those clips you always think about as a Puff player. At 100%, not going to take a lot for Yoda Cage to finish this last one off. We saw back air at pretty early percents last time, and a spin out on that side B could absolutely do it too. 123, you are in mortal danger, my small balloon, and the forward air is enough to do it. Yoda Cage making Philly proud right now. He's up 2-0 on the best Puff in the world.
Yoda Cage looking at so damn good here. Let's go ahead and take a gander at these replays once more. He said, look, man, stop throwing your toys around. Clean up. All right, say less. I actually ended up cleaning him up. Yeah, I like that. Again, down tilt, smart option, and then runs off, not even allowing him to float around the ledge and have any fun. And like you said, throwing them hands around there gets it done off stage.
I'm starting to think about this the more that I look at this matchup, that this just has to be a very frustrating matchup for Jigglypuff. I mean, you're talking about a character that wants to control the aerial game by throwing out lingering hitboxes, kind of forcing you to run into them, but
that's right.
You're going up against another character with lingering hitboxes in the air that are more powerful than yours, and in some cases even have more range, and Yoda Cage has really been taking advantage of that, and BassMage pushed to the limit right now, changing up that music one more time. He is trying to get into that final flow state zone, right? He has got to get everything to fall in place. He's also changing up the stage to small battlefield for what could be his final game of the winner's bracket.
Well, we will see how this one all kind of shakes out right here because the standing jab right now kicking this match off in a big way. Gets the pound, like I said before, a great option and a little disjointed too. Nice. I like that, kind of falling away with down there that time. Woo! And then the immediate answer back right there on forward. You better be mashing because I'm coming through.
And there's some quick damage right there. The down air going to lead into something. I mean, when Jigglypuff hits that rest, she's actually asleep for a slightly less long time than when she whiffs the rest. So that does give you the opportunity when your opponent gets taken off the top. They're not going to get a really big combo. So BassMage is going to get to play with the lead and really for the first time in this set kind of be in control of how things look for the next 6 minutes.
Well, let's see how this one all shakes out because as it stands right now, we haven't really seen Yoda Cage play in the deficit, but I think the biggest issue here is that everything that BassMage tosses out, they have to be clean hits. They can't come at the expense of a trade because when stuff like this, oh my lord.
No, you're out of jumps.
Damn.
I don't know if BassMage just couldn't hear the audio cue for how many jumps he had left, right? The pitch rises with every single one, or maybe just couldn't keep count of it. Either way, he knew he was in trouble, and that is going to get this game back to even. Yoda Cage has taken a little bit of damage, and if he leaves himself too vulnerable in the air, we could see a combo into the rest. Also love the BassMage SDI'd out of those jabs because he knows that Puff is so light, you can just get out of it.
Yep, that's facts. Oh no. Okay, caught in the corner again. This is where BassMage has kind of struggled a little bit. Like just that split-second decision making on, do I want to float around the ledge before I snap, or do I just need to snap right away? That right there, unfortunately, at 63% is the difference maker between you having a stock and you not having one, because again, Morton's F smash not to be taken lightly at all.
And the decision-making definitely has not been snappy, as I guess we're usually used to from BassMage, right?
Sure.
He loves to be decisive and kind of, you know, react to something big in the moment. But right now, not able to get anything big and getting forked off the side of the stage as well. He's at 87% already, and we talked about it, man. Bowser Jr. can hit hard, and that move quite safe, but against Puff, not safe enough.
Okay. Wait a minute. It gets back to the left. Yeah, I see you down, Aaron. Stop playing with me. And I like that too. Again, just even sometimes just floating towards center stage. The presence of Jigglypuff in the danger, or I guess maybe not so much the danger because like didn't really toss anything out, but just the presence of Jigglypuff floating towards center stage is enough to make you not air dodge. More times now you go that high, you're going to try to air dodge in. Jigglypuff is looking for that far away from the platform to try to catch you like back air or nair. Try to mix up BassMage by laying on that top platform, and BassMage is like, absolutely not. Backer got you covered. Standing jab, still not enough to do it.
I mean, that was perfect DI by BassMage. Right into the corner, living one of the strongest jabs in the game. And the fork, not enough to do it either. I mean, at 160%, Puff never lives this long, and BassMage taking it even further.
Oh, okay.
He's out.
Okay, I mean, talk about watching life flash for his eyes. There ain't a DI in the world strong enough to save you from that one.
That wasn't Mario Kart DI from BassMage either. That was like Forza Horizon DI.
Facts. Okay, crowd starting to come alive real quick. Okay, there's one.
That actually did it?
One and done, excuse me.
Huh? I didn't think that was going to be enough to do it, did you?
Look, don't ask me because you know I'm going to say no. Look at this. Wait a damn minute. Okay, 60%. Where were we at after the down air? 61.
The question, I guess, would also be, did he hit, I guess, with the priority being on Morton rather than the clown card, right? Because then you get that multiplier to the knockback.
Oh, true.
Hitting the Koopa Kid, and that might have actually happened. You see where BassMage is? He's like, he's inside the cart.
He is. He's like, room for two.
Yeah, I think he might have actually gotten the head because I do believe that there's priority. And actually, I think that's Smash 4. So normally, you see where it connects right there? That might have been right on Morton. So that could have been the extra knockback he needed.
It might have been because Morton is in some real pain right there.
He's like, oh!
Like, shit. Maybe I'm not the coolest of all my siblings. Get Ludwig on the phone.
Hey, tag out.
Yeah, that was, that was quite the finishing, into that match, but also could be a little telling for what we might see throughout the rest of this set. All you really have to do at times is give your opponent one game and stuff starts to fall apart.
Especially somebody like BassMage, right? It can mean everything, and we are on to Final Destination for game number 4, a place where, man, again, that just sort of side-to-side spacing, it doesn't work quite as well against Morton. You kind of need the Koopalings to make mistakes against you as a Puff, and it's a lot easier. We actually saw this in the Meister match earlier, right?
That's
where
right.
we had the Crom head-to-head, that horizontal spacing was way easier. You can also see that from the Koopalings here, but BassMage doing just the same and getting that first stock off the board in 30 seconds.
I think BassMage just kind of woken up here and was like, wait a minute. As great as Yoda Cage is as a player, I'm not taking anything away from them, this is still a goddamn Koopaling, okay? And this character has some very, very glaring weaknesses, especially off stage. And we haven't really seen BassMage deal with Yoda Cage off stage. We've only really seen Yoda Cage kind of ledge trap BassMage, which is such a weird sentence for me to even say in the first place.
Yeah. You wouldn't think that you could do that, but here we are in this matchup, right? That it's still happening. Man, BassMage at 90%. Without Rage on the Koopalings, you've actually still got plenty of percent to play with as a Puff. Unless you need a sweet spot back here, you can still stick around for a little while.
Yeah, 100%. Survivability is the name of the game right here. Now he's going to go for the nair on the way down just to toss out some damage in front of him. Wow. No, you're not going to be able to land comfortably here because there's no platforms. Wait a minute.
Earthbox shifting from Yoda Cage, really bailing him out of potentially a back air that would have ended that stock, but sitting at 74, still holding on, and forward air not enough. Again, BassMage just such a deeply practiced, I mean, almost nobody has more tournament experience than he does. His DI has been perfect almost every time he's been hit.
Yeah, that's 100%. DI has to be on lock right here. Okay, and again, another nair right there for Chuckles. And that time goes for a fall down. That's such a smart option too. BassMage knows sometimes the Koopa players, they'll try to like go super duper low and then just go for a skyrocket up B as opposed to trying to drift from a far distance away. And just going for that fall down nair is enough right there to get it done, but finally puts himself a point on the board. I don't want to say it's too little too late. Okay, you definitely got it. Yeah, that's starting to get a little hot in your hands. You might want to throw that.
Definitely the hot potato. The 39% already on Yoda Cage and BassMage. I mean, he has just changed up the game plan, avoiding Yoda Cage so well, where those first couple of games, it felt like he was a little bit more trying to force the issue in a matchup where you can't really just throw hitboxes and expect success, but now the spacing from BassMage has gotten so much better. Might as well call him the Space Mage at this point. 79% is all he's got.
He is the float goat, the Space Mage, whatever you want to call him. BassMage is definitely here and present, but wait a minute. Wait a minute!
He is not the Tech Mage.
No, he's not.
He is apparently not the Tech Mage, I can tell you that.
He's not the Tech Mage, unfortunately. Wait. Well, wait a second. This is still in the realm of possibility here for Yoda Cage, though.
Okay. They're going low, going under the stage again. And, you know, Puff's just not fast enough to get all the way over there and prevent you from going underneath the stage, whereas on the side she expects she can go off stage as much as she wants. 135%. BassMage's going to do just that. He says, eat this pound, please.
Okay. And I like this. BassMage kind of just imposing her will on all points in the mat. Not only keeping it grounded too, but the minute Yoda Cage leaves their feet or whatever the hell Yoda Cage got going on right there with Morton, I'm in the blast zone. Where are we at with it? Because I'm there with you.
169%, you might be the one in that blast zone, but again, like you said, not done for Yoda Cage yet, but that back air absolutely going to finish it. Even with perfect DI, BassMage sending it to a Game 5. He dropped those first two, but he has been excellent in the following two. So Game 5 is where it will be decided.
That's right, and that was so smart there. I was talking about that just a moment before, but that fall down nair, the fact that it lasts so long, and you know, like the the Bowser Jr. players, they just don't want to go for like a high recovery in because again, they're basically free falling at that point. So it's like, okay, I'm going to try to drift right up underneath the ledge and then go up with my up special. But that fall down nair from BassMage has just kind of been the thorn in Yoda Cage's side, and honestly, kind of the deciding factor in that game.
We'll see if the spacing can continue to be perfect, because perfect kind of what you need against this Bowser Jr. And it's not only been, right, that he has been in the perfect range to whiff punish, but he's also been drifting in and out of Yoda Cage's threat zone and being really, really attentive to where Yoda Cage is willing to commit to moving and where he is not willing to push the advantage as much, where in the first couple of games wasn't as frightful, but now really, really respectful of the space BassMage can command, and he's going to take that free damage to the bank. That's going to take Yoda Cage all the way up to the 80s, and again, you take 42 in return, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal if I may say so myself. I've never been the best mathematician, but I mean, I'm definitely taking a lower percent every time. And then on top of that, the residual damage of having the flower on their head, too.
One of the funniest needless things they added to a move that you should only be using when it KOs. But
that's true. That's true.
It's working out for BassMage right now. Yoda Cage sitting well within kill percents, but turning it around with the up smash, it was you who was in the kill percents, and Philly popping off for Yoda Cage, taking the lead here in Game 5.
This is certainly the Yoda Cage that we've seen in the first two games. They get that early lead, and BassMage has to start playing from behind. This is where BassMage kind of starts to struggle a little bit. Oh, I like that. Okay. A lot of anti-air options. You know, I talked about this before. It's cool if you float around, but if you float too close to the cart, you will get burnt. Or I guess in that case, cut with up smash.
Well, dash attack's is not quite going to be enough, but yeah, anti-airs, I mean, being able to control who gets to play that aerial game is so important, and the air-to-airs have been so good for BassMage, and he does find one right there with the back air. Going on to small battlefield, Yoda Cage does get to play a little bit more grounded around these platforms. It's been helping him out against the Puff, you know, especially just deking her out when she lands.
That's right.
This one's going to go down to the wire, Rob.
I most certainly agree with that, you know, and I think just with the way that BassMage is kind of bringing it in this game, I mean, we should see this one kind of go down to the wire. I mean, we've seen shades of Yoda Cage, you know, game 1 and 2 sort of play style where they get that quick early lead and kind of again, reinforce the idea that you're not going to be able to jump for free. But this is kind of what happens when BassMage starts cooking. We start to see a lot of like these up close and personal interactions start to come out in BassMage's favor.
Man, and look at that. Look at that player cam too. BassMage wants this win so badly. I mean, almost every hit he gets, he is leaning forward in the chair, and a big whiff like that has got to be a blow to the mental.
That's
Yoda
right.
Cage getting a big gift to turn it around.
Okay. Bonks him. Yes, he's playing hot potato. Catches it another time. Dash attack still looking good here. Oh, who you rolling out on?
Boy, down to last stock for BassMage. Yoda Cage trying to pull off a big upset here in pools, trying to make Philly proud to make it out. But the forward air from BassMage sending it to last, and he is about to stand up.
Hold on, Kimona. Okay, we are definitely going down to the wire here. You spoke it into reality. Okay, yes, don't touch that platform. Up smash on the ready, and I like that. Pound, waiting for the option. Maybe just a little too patient right there.
Yeah, this is going to come down to who maintains their composure and sticks to their game plan, especially the one we've seen here in Game 3. BassMage already taken 56%, and he can't take big hits in return unless he can get a big combo of his own. Yoda Cage is playing oh so safe, knows how big that center stage control is. And oh my goodness, at 82%, it's getting close, Rod!
Okay, then try to go for the second one. That was very smart. And very smart to do it right up underneath the platform too, just in case BassMage try to go low there that time. Okay, nothing off the dare. Oh, okay, I was so scared, but wait a minute. Whoa, big moves being tossed up right here. Wait a minute!
My God!
No way!
BassMage with the huge pop-off. Yoda Cage tosses down the headphones. He was so close to pulling off a big upset, but one whiff, and BassMage sends him to the losers bracket. Arizona cannot believe themselves. They are beside themselves for one of their top players. BassMage, what a set to finish out this pool.
God damn, I know we got replays for that one. We need to relive that hype once more. Okay, look, final interaction right there. Nothing off of the F smash. He said, I'm rolling out. I'm out of harm's way. Did you just get hit with my up air? You're done.
Oh my gosh, what a way to finish it. And dude, you can tell how much that meant to both of these players, because for BassMage, this is where he can reprove himself as a top-level talent, and this is a moment for Yoda Cage to make it out of pools as a representative of his region on winner's side.
That's right.
This meant a lot to both of these players, and they were both invested to the very last second.
Wow.
But BassMage going to be the one to end up victorious. I am shook.
I am going to run through these bags of halls after this match. I'm running low on voice here. I'll put it that way. But I can't think of a better way to lose my voice. And, of course, commentating, of course, with you, my friend. And, of course, bringing the action for BassMage and Yoda Cage. Good Lord. Let's go and take a gander at the rest of the replays right here. So this is still game number 5, of course. Charges through here for the most part. Gets the parry. Very smart. Showing us shades of game 1 and 2. Again, back air is a safe option. But if it gets parried, I will get right up underneath you. And I will send you sky high.
And, of course, right here at the ledge as well, right, we see back airs keeping BassMage in the game. And through that whole game 5, you just saw how invested he was. And remember, this is BassMage fighting to make a reverse 3-0 happen to keep kind of his reputation alive. And Yoda Cage, you just kind of feel your grasp on the set slipping every single time that BassMage gets a hit. And by the end of the set, I mean, these are the moments that we watch and play this game for. These last hit moments that mean the world to everybody.
That's right. Just in case you maybe forgot, you know, well, you know, I don't know where my favorite Smashers, you know, relationship with Smash kind of lies at this point. You know, we've had kind of a rough into, you know, 2022. Am I still locked in? Is there still that incentive to play? Like, do I still have that drive, that willingness to move forward? You see moments like that, rest assured, friends, the community is still as strong as ever. You don't get pop-offs like that for any old damn match, you know?
We are a community driven by passion, by just a will to win, pure and simple. And those are two people who wanted to win more than anybody else has ever wanted to win a set.
That's right, 100%. Now, I know that was one player from Arizona. We still got some more Arizona here coming up under